guys, it's Michelle. I feel like I look kind of chalkish, like, oh, I think the sun is much better. Anyways, so I just finished work and I just thought I should come up here and share something new that I've learned about myself, which I think I should have known this, but I just never had the acceptance that I am actually really into this, and that is philosophy. Now, if you know me in my personal life, and when I say know me, it's people who really are in my closest circle, which I can probably say it's 5 or 6 max. And the rest I just consider as acquaintances. And part of that 6, I think I consider my parents and my partner. So, if that makes sense. But I think a lot of ruminating I've been doing in my mind is actually going to be answered through philosophy. Like, lately I've been stuck on this whole, why am I here? What is the point of life? What are we doing here? Like, we're actually living, but what is the point? And I think I'm finally accepting, and I think in my older videos I said, I'm finally accepting that pain, like going through pain, suffering is just part of life. You can't get rid of it. You just have to have a better relationship with it. But now I'm recognizing that a lot of things I'm thinking about are actually explained in philosophy. Keep moving up and down because the sun. Move this here. I think that's a little bit better. So, and I almost went through this whole moment where I was just like, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't have done my master's. I'm actually about to finish my master's, but honestly, I feel like the passion about it is kind of fizzling out. And that's why I have been, I think you heard that. That was kind of creepy. And I think it's because the AC just came on. And that's my neighbor. I thought it was somebody I'm waiting on is here. But my excitement about my master's degree is kind of fizzling out. I'm still interested in it. By the way, my master's degree is in clinical nutrition and integrative health. I picked it because I worked in the healthcare system for, I think, almost 3 years, and I realized my goals of going into CRNA was just for the money aspect of it, and I actually do not have any desire to do anesthesia and just put people to sleep because I like to talk a lot. And I like connection. I like talking to patients. I like getting to know people. Like I like this, which is the reason why I find myself more fitting in case management role, which is more like telephonic. I'm talking to patients and helping them figure out what to do next, when to go to the hospital, before, after, during, like, yeah. Anyways, I think I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. So I think I have just been having all these deep questions, and I'm like, what is the point? Why are we here? What am I doing? And I think, or I'm figuring out, I know that a lot of these things can actually be answered through philosophy. I did take a philosophy class in undergrad, and it was so good. And I loved listening. No, I guess listening to the professor, but reading about Socrates and Aristotle and Plato's, Descartes, people like that. And they had the same questions. But if we're being honest, being raised in an African household, telling your parent you're interested in philosophy just sounds like, so you want to not have money when you get older. And I'm pretty sure the same ideologies are here today. And now I'm older, I'm figuring out myself, and I'm realizing there's really no authority above you that can control where you want to go in life. Like, it's really up to you to decide what you want to do. And I guess the income or financial aspect of it is also up to you to figure out how are you going to make it to whatever goal you have, or if it's sustainable and da-da-da-da-da. So what I'm trying to say is, I just found out that I like philosophy a lot, and I almost said, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't be doing my master's in clinical nutrition and integrative health, and I should just switch up everything and just switch to be behavior health, sociology, or like relationships, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But philosophy is what I'm trying to say. And now I'm like, how about we just read books? I'm actually reading this one book, and it's so good. It's called, I think it's called The Mind is the Master by James Allen. And I read one chapter yesterday before I went to bed, and it was so good. And I just made me realize the silent force of thoughts. Like, thoughts really are bigger than we realize. But anyways, so I'm gonna start exploring more philosophy books. I'm going to discover my life through reading more. As of last night too, I think I realized that I want to learn about language, communication. Like, huh? Like, who am I? I don't even know who I am anymore. Like, I want to study language, and I want to study philosophy. I just need to understand, like, what is the deep meaning of this. And I guess people find that through religion, but at the same time, I like to read about different religions, just not one. But yeah, so at this point, I feel like I'm just yapping. But what I'm trying to say is, I think I just figured out that I like philosophy. And instead of buying a bunch of books, I'm gonna go get a library card. I'm gonna go to my local library, and I'm gonna go sign up. And I should know how to sign up for it because my dad taught me how to do this when I was a kid. I think you just need an ID or something and just your home address. But I'm gonna get a library card, and I'm gonna go to the philosophy section, and I'm just gonna pick up some books and just read. And another thing, kind of random, but I really love this candle. It smells so freaking good. Champagne toast. So good. But so, and in a sense, I feel like the philosophy part of it is kind of connected in also nursing. And I also feel like it's connected in coaching, because I do want to go into coaching. And I feel like I'm kind of getting over my own mountain, my own things, and I'm no longer at the bottom. I'm kind of like at the top of my own mountain. But what do they say? You reach one goal, there's another. When you reach one peak, there's another. You're on top of the other one, and the other one. Like, it's just a continuous aim of just goals. And I was watching this one content creator. His name is Damon Dominique. And his content is actually really good. And it's opening up my mind and making me think about traveling again. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look into philosophy again. No, I'm going to look into, well, I guess it is again, because I did take a philosophy class, like an intro into philosophy in undergrad. It was like an elective class. But now I'm actually going to explore philosophy in my own terms and apply it to my life, and all these deeper questions that I have on why are we here, what are we doing. And I think also the more reading I've been doing lately, and realizing like we're all just human and no one really has the ultimate truth, it's actually making me easier with connecting to my patients at work, which has been nice. Because I feel like when you're trained as a new nurse, you're just always thinking like, I want to do the right thing, or maybe that's just me. But now I'm just like, we're all just people, and we all need each other. And all I'm doing here is just trying to help you. And it's making it easier for me to just assess, intervene, and recommend, and support. Anyways, that is the end of my yapping. And I should probably finish my master's before I hop into another one, before I finish this one. Bye.